everybody, it's Linda from the Crafting Depot, and today I want to show you my next journal that's going up on Etsy. So this is really a beautiful journal. It is sealed closed, not sealed closed, but it has a beautiful pink ribbon, and it's got this beautiful rose material that you can see goes all the way around. It has the outsides pamphlet stitch, and let's get out the ruler. So this particular journal is, I'm going to say 5.5. The spine is approximately about 1 inch, maybe a little less than 1 inch, maybe about 3/4 of an inch. The mouth of the it's about a little less. It's about a little less than 5, like 4 3/4. Okay, so let's just go through it. It's very pretty, very beautiful, very dainty. So we're going to open it up, and the first thing we have is an envelope in here, and inside is one of these flip open little ephemera pieces that I stenciled. It closes, has a little button here to keep it secured, and it sits nicely in a, let's fix that. Sits nicely in this little envelope in the front. And then there's some stenciling and a snippet that we made here. And let me go through this. Okay, then we have a snippet, not a snippet, a belly band with some coffee dyed paper that you can take out. You can journal on, and then seal that nicely in there. And the belly band is made with fabric. It has paper, it's been sewn, and it has some stickles. Then you have some stenciling, again stenciling, and a snippet. Another area where you can write in, and this is a very old, says orgasm on it, which is pretty interesting. And it's a drink, an alcoholic drink. And there you have some stenciling. And this is very old. We don't use these cards anymore, so that's vintage. And that will go, get stuck right back in there. There we go. And that closes up, hides that. And then here we have a ruffled page, ruffled embellishment that I made with fabric and sewed. And here is a well actually this is one pocket here, second pocket here, and the third pocket here filled with ephemera. This actually has 2, should only have 1. Okay, so it has this tag, so it's filled with plenty of tags. And this also has a snippet that I attached to the front, so you get another pocket. Okay, and then there's plenty of writing space. Here is a 1, 2, 3 pocket. 1, 2, and the third pocket is here, and then here's a whimsical tag that you can write on, and she stays right there. Moving along, we have a really pretty stencil. Here's a beautiful page. This has a nice pocket made from fabric material, and then I sewed it, and then it's embellished with a stencil. And here is another tag. It says dream, and that sits in there real nicely. Here is another area where you can write, and it's got a hidden tag in here that comes out nicely, and it's got a beautiful page, and it's covered with a vintage paper on the outside, and a really pretty picture of roses, and that's going to go right in here. It's going to sit right in there nicely. Very pretty, beautiful, and it's embellished with some material and gold stickles all around the outside. Here is another vintage paper embellished with stickles and distress ink and buttons, and then it's got an area where you can put some writing material and stick it in there, and it says Dream. Moving along, we have another belly band, and here is a writing space. And then here we turn the page and we have a journal that comes out right here, and it's got one signature inside that you can write on. Really cute. And that sits right there or anywhere the recipient wants to put it. And on this side we have the corset pocket. I love this, and it has, I'm sorry, I started coughing. It has eyelets and then a nice cute little space where you could write. And then turning the page, you have more writing space, and here is a place where I stuck another tag that has a little pocket here. Let me see if you can see it. It's got a little pocket right there and a writing space for the back, and it sits nicely. You can put it back here, which is where I'm going to put it, very nicely. And then you also have a pocket here, so it's two pockets, and it's been embellished. Here is a nice writing space, and this is a little piece of flower that I just stuck back here. A little something to, you know, for them to take out. And it's got two pockets. There's one here, actually three pockets. There's one over here too. So that sits right nicely right like that. And here we have another space where you can take this out, open it up. It's been embellished with stencil. I absolutely love it. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then we have another belly band where it sits nicely right there. This is from a fundle, and it is a, it looks like a diary that somebody was writing in. And you can see October 26th, Jennifer's birthday. Wednesday, a very pretty day. I was invited to a party down to Tuesday church, but didn't go. I'm not sure what she wrote here out. So this is pretty interesting, very nostalgic, and that sits right in there in this little pocket, which is made from braille. So it's got a nice texture, and then it's finished off with some stenciling, more stenciling. Here is a nice writing space where you can stick something in the pocket, and I put another tag in here, which is sewn on the back. It also has another space for sticking another tag or a piece of paper, and then you have an area for writing. And that closes up, and then I stuck another tag inside, which is really cute. And I had a lot of fun making this. So the recipient is going to be very happy. Here is a 2 envelope pocket. So it's got a pocket, place here where you can put things, a place here. It closes up and it's sealed. So you have the 2 pocket area right like that. And then more writing space. Here's another page for writing. Here is a, this can come out. Let me take this out. Okay, so that is paper clipped in, and here's an area where you can do some writing, and it's coffee dyed. Get this back in like that. And that sits wherever the recipient wants to move it to. And it goes right in there like that. Nicely. And you turn the page. And you have another envelope. And inside the envelope is more coffee dyed paper for writing. It closes up. And then in the back, you also have another area for journaling. And that goes right in there, like that. And then here is a side tuck that I made with collaging paper, sewing it. So you can tuck something in here. This is from a fundle, and here is a pocket and a very old vintage picture. You can see the little girl is really happy. That might be Grandma. And she stays right in there like that. And then we turn the page and we have more space for writing. And this is an altered paper clip that I made by using acrylic paint and then adhering it to paper. And then here is an area for journaling again. So that goes right there, or wherever the recipient wants to put it. Let me see. Okay, and then moving on to the third signature. This is really adorable. Okay, so this has a little clip with a jewel at the end. And it's an envelope that is made inside with vintage paper and then a piece of coffee dyed paper that sits nicely inside, and it's been cut around and distressed, and there's some gold stickles around the outside, and it's really, really pretty. Very feminine. That goes in there like that. And then this pretty paper clip sits there like that. Very nicely. And then there's more stenciling and plenty of space to write. Here's another fold out, and it's, you know, it's got a stencil in there and plenty of space for writing, and it just tucks right in there like that. It has a pretty little angel sitting there, whimsical fairy. It's got a little fairy sitting right there. And then here we go with more lace and stenciling, and another snippet made with fabric. And here is an area, it says inspired, and it's, you know, it's three-dimensional, so there's some texture there. And here is an envelope made from vintage paper. It's multimedia with fabric, stickles, stamps, and it has a nice little piece of coffee dyed paper that sits inside. It's really very, very pretty. I love this. Okay, and then moving along, we have another stencil. We have another area where there's a fabric snippet, and there's a little, I stuck this little, where are you? Stuck this little coffee container in there. I thought that looked really pretty. I'm going to stick this in here. And then there's a little bird that sits in there, and it's all decorated with material and stickles and distressed, and that little birdie sits right there, and there's a little heart. And then moving along, we have an altered paper clip that has two pockets. So there's one, and here is another one where I stuck an old, what do we call these again? It's a little picture in there, slide, and then it's got a paper clip on the back, and it's embezzled, not embezzled, it's garnished with, let me take this off. Let's get the scissors. Just remove this. Just remove that little string there. And how cute and adorable is that? And that goes and sits right there like that. And then here is another pocket that can also open up, and you can journal on it. There's a pocket right here where you can stick something in there. And then there's a little birdie that sits on the outside, and he's got paper to write on. And that little birdie sits right there. And then here is another corner tuck where you can stick things underneath. And here's a cute little shaker that is very decorative, and And it's a little pocket right there. So you can stick that little girl right in there. She sits nicely. And here's some decorative, I don't know if they're called snippets, but you know, it's decorative, made with material and stickles. Looks beautiful. And some stencil. And then here is a space for writing. And you can also use it as a board if you so choose to write. You can stick it down like that, and then you can continue writing. So it's dual purpose, and it has a an eyelet there, and that just sits right nicely right there. And then in the end, you have a pocket, and inside the pocket is a very old vintage receipt. The First National Bank paid to the order of Holton Trust Company, $27.25. Made out from Fox Brothers. It's been stamps, collect for Holton Trust Company. Doesn't say the date, but you can see it's old. Oh, 1915. And that is hiding right in here. And this pocket has a magnet, so it shuts. Can you hear it? It shuts with a magnet. And then, so this journal has 1, 2, 3 signatures. So the journal has 3 signatures. Each signature has 10 pages, which gives you 40 sheets on each side. So that would be 10, 20, 30 pages times 4 would be 120 sheets of writing space with pockets and everything. This is a gorgeous journal, and it's going into my Etsy store today. So I just wanted to give you a demonstration of what it looks like. And then she ties up nicely like this. And pull that out like that. And she is going up in the store today. So here's my first presentation of her. I hope you enjoy it, and have a wonderful day. Bye. Oh, by the way, my Etsy store is Linda's Crafting Depot. So I will put all that information on the bottom down in the description. I also have Fabri packs. I'm working on some really cool paper packs, and I will be posting more journals that I'll be putting up. I have some ideas of things that I think you will all enjoy, and they'll be going up on my Etsy store. Okay, you're the first to see it. Bye.